guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are here at the Ironton Wizardfest in Ironton, Ohio. Grab two of them. They look pretty this year.
They look awesome. Look at that. The Ironton Prophet, the Phoenix phenomenon. But that's what you have to find. Oh, I think I got way more than two. Pink Merlin, you finally arrived. We knew we needed an elite squad of auras like yourself when we woke up this morning and found that every wand in town was missing. Poof, just gone. Takes dark magic to interfere with another witch or wizard's wand. Dark magic indeed. Gives me the cobbly wobblies just thinking about it. We've tracked a powerful magic energy to this location. Pretty sure little Marb's Luster uses this space for research and other magical studies. All I know is you gotta find those wands and figure out what happened and quick. I got a real bad feeling about this. Something just don't feel right. I just want to. Did it say on the door like a clue like this?
It said storeroom R60 L80 past 60 twice. R.
Also left 80, past 60 twice, right 40, 80 once. Left something.
Is that the?
So there's like a combination.
Was there one in here?
Right here.
Oh,
But it's already
well, that must
open.
be to get this open. So it's already open.
So something's in here. Wand box.
There's keys in here.
Keys. Keys to what? This is locked.
This has a different kind of lock.
Just a candle.
Okay. So maybe that's just to throw people off or something. So we have 3 keys. Do we see anything that's locked?
This. But there's a combination.
There's cards.
10, 8, 4, 1. It doesn't go to 10.
Right.
4, 1, 8. How many combinations can I do? 1.
There's another box up here.
Let me work on this and see if I can get it.
I'm so confused.
There's another lock up there, right there.
I know.
So why don't you work on that lock with those numbers and I'll work on the other lock.
They do have keyholes, Faith.
Oh, then try that. Did it go?
No. None of them fit.
We were just given a clue and told that this is a black light. Oh.
Does it come off the wall?
I can see it really well on the camera. It's like the other castle and there's...
Oh, whoa, whoa.
What?
There's stuff on the candles.
On the candles?
Look.
Okay, what does it say? Take it to the light.
This one has stars. 12. Oh, they have numbers on the
Okay,
bottom.
12. We probably should have seen what time we
9.
started because we only have 20 minutes. 12, 9.
Okay, hold on, let me find the rest of them.
That's really cool though in the dark. That kind of distracted me for a second.
6. Okay.
12, 9, and 6, but in what order?
I don't know, but we gotta find all the candles.
Yeah, that one that was in the box. Because there's 2 different combinations. There's this box with the combination lock, and there's the other box. You're really glowing. 12, 9, 6, what? Don't get them all out of order. They're probably together for a reason.
Oh, well.
Kelsey, keep them together. Where were they at? Did you bring 2 over that were together?
Yeah, this is 00.
Okay, where's the 2 you brought together? Why don't we turn the light back on for a second?
These I brought from this side over here.
Okay.
Oh, here's one on the table.
Keep them where they were, because it might mean
okay,
something.
turn the light back on.
Okay. And she's working on that, trying to figure out 12. But that's double digit. 4. Those were the only 2 locked boxes, so that's probably where the wands are. But it's a matter of figuring out what numbers go with what. 9, 3, 4. Wait. Doesn't do anything.
Apparently not.
There's a 9 in this too, so that's definitely like there's a 9. It means something.
Whoa.
Tonight's the night I've performed the spell. I've gathered the wands and what?
I think this was the black light clue, which we know. There's another lockbox on the freaking middle of the table that we just missed. Oh, watch out.
9, 3, 4. Is that the double digit one?
No. This has 4 numbers.
What does that say?
I'm pretty sure this is the same note that was on there.
There's keys in that box.
I know. What do all these keys go to?
I know. It's like, what?
Do these go to...
Try that one, because that was...
Okay, this keys falling. This one doesn't have one.
Okay, well this one does. And I was trying to work the key too, but like...
If they don't fit one way or another, they're just done.
We have 6 minutes, they just came and told us, and we have the candles and the numbers, but we're trying to break the combinations to these boxes. It's rather tricky. We have all this stuff and we still can't figure it out.
Yeah?
We did a riddle room, it was really hard.
It's really hard, yeah.
But it was fun.
Well, we like to challenge you first thing in the morning.
Black. Do you want me to do it in black as well?
It doesn't matter. Whatever color you've got.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just got out of the meet and greets. They were quick, but they were really, really nice.
Yeah, it was really good. They were both so sweet, and like the one, he had his kid with him, and his son was so funny. Like, we're charging him for that.
His kid is a spitting image of him because when we saw him in the movies, he was like younger, and his son looks just like him.
Yeah, they were both so sweet and nice, and like you know, asking about us. So it was really fun and cool. I'm glad that they do that still. And you get to meet them.
She's got that egg. You want a picture with her?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, one for like each house. These drawings and stuff are amazing. Look at that little niffler with a crown. Oh, look at them in the garden.
One fell over.
Oh, it's the underwater scene. They're not in the garden.
They're swimming.
Yeah, no. Well, Harry's swimming.
Well, they're trying to rescue.
They're trying to rescue them. Yeah.
3 broomsticks.
Yeah. Oh, there's the car and the tree. Oh, look at the books. Oh, look at the wand made out of it and the letter. That's kind of cool. I wanted this set for a long time. This one. Yeah. This Hedwig one. Yeah. I don't know if they might have just came out with that as a set.
It'd be cool if it opened up and there was stuff inside.
Yeah. There's Ollivander's One Shot. Daily Prophet. Ooh, look at that foresty looking one up there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Hogwarts Express. I almost missed
They
that.
should make it run, like, on the track.
Oh, it's Voldy going to get the wand.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
He's looking over Dumbledore's grave.
Look at that.
I don't know where you'd put that.
Forest this year.
Yeah?
Oh my god. That gives me chills.
Aragog's coming out of there.
And there he is.
This one last year, this is just the Quidditch pitch. Picture up by this, and Faith was not having
I
it.
have chills. I don't want nothing anywhere near me.
We have a Christmas tree this year with, they call him Father Christmas. We call him Santa. Here's the famous trio.
This one looks really good. It has caramel, cinnamon, and toffee nut, but then this one has cookie dough, pumpkin, and mocha, which sounds good too. They all look good. And then we have butterbeer here too, so if you don't want to wait in that big line, but it would just be all non-alcoholic.
This is what I got. It's orange, blue raspberry, and pineapple flavor.
Just came out.
What kind did you get?
Goblet of fire. It's like cinnamon, toffee, and caramel. Yeah, it's good. I thought it was going to be stronger. And
What
it's like,
flavor is it?
I taste a lot of the toffee, like a caramely, nutty taste. Maybe a hint of cinnamon at the end, but it's not as strong as I thought. It's good. Oh man, wow. Strong.
Yeah, it's sour. I taste more of, let's see, it has orange, blue raspberry, and pineapple. I taste the blue raspberry a lot.
And it's green, so that's interesting.
But they had like one for each house, but this one just sounded the best flavor-wise, so that's the one I got. But it is really good. It's just strong.
Cheddar soup. It's really, really good. It's not like super hot, but it's good. But I finally got a chicken salad sandwich that they were out of last year.
Yeah.
And I ordered it. It looks good. It looks like it's on a Wendy's like breakfast sandwich croissant.
Is it good?
That's really good.
Oh, that looks so good.
I love this grilled cheese. It's my favorite.
I might have to come back for dinner and get that.
It's got at least 2 or 3 different kinds of cheese on there.
I'm surprised you like that, because normally you're like a thin kind of sliced person.
It's really good. It must be 3 cheeses I like.
Huh.
My favorite grilled cheese in the entire world right there. The salad is good. It's just simple. Lettuce, tomato, cheese, carrots, and then dressing twist. But
It looks good.
I'm gonna dig in now. I'm gonna devour that grilled cheese in like 2 seconds.
Had lunch. What are you doing?
I'm singing the song.
Oh. And it was really good. We ate at Dobby's Diner again. We love that place.
So good.
But we're headed to class now. We're going to Defense Against the Dark Arts class.
Yeah, it's a new class. I'm excited to see what it's about.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good one.
Thank you, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Much better now you're all awake. Thank you and welcome to my humble class, Defense Against the Dark Arts. Today we're going to be learning a little bit about spells, a little bit about using your wand in the event you run into a situation when you're out and about. Everybody put your wand very gently against your throat. Say very clearly, sonorous. Sonorous. Well done. Sonorous really amplifies the voice, as you can see. Well done, everybody. We want to have a true happy thought. Maybe the Quidditch World Cup, something of that fashion. Do we all have our thoughts? Yes? Brilliant. Wands out. We're going to practice this. Pretend there's a boggart up here above the phoenix. Are you ready? Point your wands. Happy thoughts. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Well done. One more time with much more feeling. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ridiculous. Oh, well done. Excellent. So, when we have our wands out and we encounter people, you can take your wand out, Professor. It's all right. So there are things that we can use to potentially stop somebody. Locomotor mortis. Does anybody know what that spell is? Locomotor mortis. Anybody other than Mr. Potter? Anybody? Nobody? Mr. Potter. The leg locking curse, as you can see, has been very effective. Now, does anybody know how to release a curse, hex, or jinx from somebody? Anybody? You may have heard, yes?
Finite?
Finite incantatum is one way. Well done. However, we're going to use a little different one called Surgito. And as you can see, Surgito works just as well.
Petrificus totalis. Well, we're talking how to do spells. That is a full-body bind. And when it does, it completely immobilizes, doesn't it? Goodness, this is the most quiet I've heard you since the last time the dog catcher went through. Didn't you get your going on that? Cat, got your tongue, or more like a whale? Very well. Search it over.
We're headed into the theater for the first show of the weekend. It's the cosplay contest.
We have our werewolf friend who is going to help line up. So if you are in the 0 to 12 category, go ahead and come up here and make a line.
My name is Mateo, and I am Professor Dumbledore.
Come out here so everybody can see you. There we go.
Hello and welcome to a bonus episode of Swish and Flick live from Ironton Wizardfest 2023. So today we will be discussing Harry Potter's holidays throughout this series. So it is time to be merry. Grab a hot butterbeer, cozy up in these beautiful church chairs, amen, as we take you on a journey of Harry through the holidays.
So, Mr. Weasley was just attacked by Nagini, and Harry is riddled with guilt because he feels like he did it. But Ginny takes some time to set him straight. No, it's not your fault. This would have happened regardless. Hermione had gone home for the holidays, but then when Dumbledore sent her word of what happened, she canceled her skiing plans with her parents and took the night bus to join Harry and the Weasleys.
She's a good egg.
That's a good friend.
I want that side story. What was her experience on the night bus?
I'm sure it was fantastic. Did she get a toothbrush?
Hot chocolate?
No, I don't think so, but maybe hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Okay, so this is a little excerpt from the book. His heart swelled, this is Harry, that's the his. His heart swelled with happiness and relief, and he felt like joining in as they heard Sirius tramping past their door toward Buckbeak's room singing, God rest ye merry hippogriffs, at the top of his voice. Now, Tiffany wrote God Rest Ye Merry Hippogriffs for the podcast when we did this chapter, and I so kindly went back through our docs and copy-pasted it right here.
Do I have to do it by myself?
I'll do it with you.
Well, can we just say that I did so well writing these lyrics that they thought it was real.
I thought that it was, I don't know, I was just like, was that in the book? Where did you find that?
I'm brilliant.
No, she wrote it.
Now looking back, I'm like, author wouldn't write that.
Snackies.
Why not?
I don't know.
Man.
All right, are we ready?
Sure.
God rest ye merry hippogriffs, let nothing you dismay. Remember rats and weasels upon this Christmas day, to fill our bellies and our hearts when we all fly away. Oh, snackies of comfort and joy.
He got the Jumper of the Golden Snitch, he got a large box of Weasley Wizard Wheezes, and a slightly damp, moldy smelling package to master from Creature Maggots. And Ron says, nice. Very thoughtful, and Harry said, I'd rather have them than that necklace.
Well, yeah.
Is the maggots better or worse than, Vernon's old socks?
It's worse.
Toothpick? I agree.
It's worse.
I agree.
I don't, no.
Maggots.
Yeah, no. I mean, I have no problem just taking a toothpick and throwing it in the garbage, but maggots, freak me out.
Yeah. Later on, he has one in his hair.
Oh my god,
Breakfast
nervous.
with dinner.
Oh no!
Hermione's all cheerful about it. You got Megan in your hair, Harry. Are we so
They were
cute
clearly
like
meant to
this?
be.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, did you say Hermione? Or Ginny?
You said Hermione.
I meant Ginny.
Oh,
What's
okay.
going on, Peter's family?
I don't know. I had too much
We
butter
woke
here.
up at 5 a.m. this morning to drive down here.
Hello. Oh, I am here. Hello. Hi, Brad. Hi, buddy. How you doing?
Look what I made for you.
Oh, it's like being at home. Not actually at home. My house is not decorated like the Gryffindor common room. That would be weird. I know Ness. That's my fiance. Down there. Hi,
And we love Ness.
Yeah.
Ness came with Chris also in 2019, the first time you were here.
2019. I can't believe it was that long ago.
I know. We had a little skerfluffle in between.
Yeah, there was this thing.
Yeah. Could have blacked us out in 2020.
Yeah.
We call it the leap year. But, and then we tried to get Chris to come back. He wanted to come back, however, he's been very busy the past couple of years. Doing what, Chris?
Talking about Harry Potter non-stop. Basically, no, I was doing a, so it was supposed to happen in 2020, and then, you know, the COVID thing happened. So nothing happened for about 2 years, but I was signed up to do a concert tour with an orchestra and a choir touring Europe with a show called The Magical Music of Harry Potter. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a place to put my sunglasses at the same time. There we go. And that eventually happened in 2020, where are we? 2021, end of 2021 we started doing that, and I did, over 18 months, I did 175 performances in 19 countries to, I think, somewhere in the region of about 350,000 people. And I'm still here to tell the tale.
How many people knew his song? He's a singer.
Yeah, I got to sing with the orchestra. I did Magic Works from the Goblet of Fire and do the Hippogriff song.
One of my favorite scenes in the films is when, we all know it, when Dumbledore is being approached by the minister in his office. And of course they're going to try to take Dumbledore away for his thoughts about the Dark Lord. And instead he has the Phoenix and takes off, and then Shacklebolt says, "You gotta admit it, Dumbledore's got style." The whole time Chris is over here hanging on to Harry Potter, and I was like, oh crap, Chris is in the scene, my favorite scene in the whole film series. Can you tell me about that day?
That day was, I think, it might even have been 2 days into its film. My lasting memory of that was that it was the first time, so I'd not been, I'd had a couple of years away from filming Harry Potter because they wrote Percy out of the Goblet of Fire, much to my surprise and slight befuddlement. So I'd had about 2 years of not working on Potter at this point, had missed out on the horrible haircuts of the Goblet of Fire movie. Although ironically then went to film a BBC show that was set in the 1970s where they made me grow a mullet. So I don't know that I did entirely lose out. But we came back and it was Order of the Phoenix, and I think that was one of the first scenes that I got to film. And when I'd finished for Harry Potter before, that was Prisoner of Azkaban, where I was still playing a student at Hogwarts. I came back at Order of the Phoenix and I was playing one of the grown-ups. Basically, you know, Percy's working in the Ministry of Magic then, he's not at the school. So all the scenes I did pretty much in Order of the Phoenix were with adults, and they weren't at Hogwarts, but Dumbledore's Arrest was one of the few scenes I did do at Hogwarts. And David Yates, who was directing the fifth film, and he directed the rest of them after that, he said, okay, so when he came over and he said, when Dumbledore leaves and, you know, he claps his hands and Fawkes appears and he just vanishes, the force of that will blow you off your feet, right? And, you know, then the camera will come back and you'll be kind of getting to your feet and stuff. So we rehearsed that, and the stunt guys came out and they put a crash mat down for me so I could fall backwards without hurting myself. And that was all fine. And we rehearsed it like that and it was good. And then we went back when they put all the lighting and everything together, and we started filming the scene. And we did the first take of it and I fell over backwards, landed on the stunt on the crash mat, and I heard somebody go, cut, 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 cut. And I looked up, and I realised that Greg, who was our stunt man, who's like our coordinator, he worked out all the stunt stuff and made sure you were doing it all safely. He was literally stood over me like this, pointing a fire extinguisher at my head. And I was like, Greg, what are you doing? He was like, oh, well, you see, Chris, there's one thing that we didn't take into consideration when we were rehearsing this. We hadn't lit the fire at that point. Now, Dumbledore's office has a fire, and I had landed 2 inches away from the fire. I hadn't even considered that. I was literally this far away from going up in flames.
Literally 22 hours to get here, half of it on his birthday. So I think we owe him a happy birthday. So everybody with me? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chris. Happy birthday to you. That's fabulous.
Thank you. My favourite is the Half-Blood Prince, which is the 6th movie. And that's because I really like that storyline, but also I'm not in that movie, which means I can watch it without worrying that some idiot with ginger hair is going to come on the screen at any moment. Because believe me, there is nothing worse. There's nothing worse than watching, it's like watching your home movies. You know, you kind of be like, oh, why do I sound like that? Whoa, oh, no, thank you. So yeah, I think Half-Blood Prince is one of my favourite, and I really love that whole Snape storyline. It's really cool, and the movies are starting to get a bit spookier and a bit darker then, and yeah. So each of the Harry Potter films took nearly a year to film. To see all of that 2.5 hours of movie, it takes us nearly a year to do, right? It's a lot of work, and every single day, you start work at 7 o'clock in the morning. If you're playing like a normal looking wizard, like me, you go in at 7 o'clock in the morning and they put some makeup on your face so the cameras don't make you turn bright red. And they make your hair all nice and neat, you get into your wizard robes, and then you practice what you're going to do for the day, for the first 2 hours of the day, and then you get a little bit of a break, and then you start filming what you're going to do, and you film for the rest of the day. Pretty much, and that is until 7, sometimes 8 o'clock at night. So it's a very, very long day. And if you're playing a character like, for instance, a Gringotts Goblin, who have, they have big noses and big ears and all these sort of, they have special prosthetics, they're called, where they have sort of pieces of stuff to make their faces look different. They have to turn up at 4 o'clock in the morning to start doing that, and they will be in a makeup for 4 or 5 hours before they even start filming. So making movies takes a really long time. I like you, Ironton, I like you a lot. Peeves the Poltergeist was sadly cut from the first movie, but he's such a great character in the book, and we filmed a load of stuff with Peeves the Poltergeist in the first movie. Before they decided that they weren't going to use the character and cut it completely. So we filmed a whole section between where I take the first year students up the moving staircases, and we go along the corridor and we get to the fat lady's portrait and she goes, password, and I say, Caput Draconis. Just before that, there was a scene where we all met Peeves the Poltergeist and he was throwing stuff at the first years and I was going, Peeves, stop this at once, I'll report you to Dumbledore, all that stuff. And he's going, oh, we're called firsties, what fun. And it was so much fun to film. But they cast Peeves the Poltergeist was an actor, a very famous British comedy actor called Rick Mayall, who Americans mostly know for Drop Dead Fred, I think. And he was in a BBC comedy show called Bottom, and we all laughed so much at the stuff we were filming with him, and then they decided that Peeves was going to be too expensive for them to make, because obviously the ghosts are, there's children here, made using computer magic, and therefore cost a lot of money to do, because it's extra filming, then you have to make them invisible and all that stuff. So they decided that Peeves was one thing too many and cut it. But I'm still sad about that. I think Peeves was would have been great. And Rick Mail was so funny. I don't know about Percy's, I'm just trying to think what Percy's would be. And I think he'd find most of them quite annoying. Because it seems like all the professors at Hogwarts are hired in some kind of mad panic and all have terrible problems. If you think about it, one of them's a werewolf, one of them's a narcissist, then Umbridge comes along, I mean, basically pure evil. Snape's highly problematic, you know, full bully at points. You know, are any of them sane? This is my question. Are any of them sane? You know, Bibbins is 300 years old and bores everybody to death, it would seem. Is there anybody normal teaching at Hogwarts? Oh, McGonagall. Yeah, Percy's would be McGonagall. I've weirdly forgotten about Cat Lady for a minute now. They get asked the question a lot, do you still see people from Harry Potter? And the answer is yes. Like, I'm sat next to Josh all weekend. This weekend, you know, we do a lot of events and Comic-Cons and Harry Potter festivals like this, and we see a lot of people. But it's like, I always say it's a bit like when you leave school and when you leave high school and you go off to college or university or whatever. It's a bit like that. You know, we work together as a group on and off for 10 or 11 years. And there's people there that are some, you know, are really close friends of mine that I have lots in common with and I speak to on a regular basis. There are people that I see from time to time because we'll be doing a Comic-Con or an event together, and it's always nice to see them when we go out for drinks or a meal or whatever, and then we go home and, you know, you don't really speak to them very much in between. But that's not because you don't like them, it's just because you have lives that don't revolve around each other. And then there's people that I've not seen since we finished filming, and not because you don't like them, but just because your lives have gone in different directions. Us as a cast of young people when we were young, you know, we've all gone through this together, and I think we've got something special that we will always have in common with each other, and that's really good. And I think it's also great that it brings all of you lot together as well. After all this time.
After all this time.
What a way to finish.
I know.
Let's put your hands together for the legend himself, Gilderoy.
Please have a seat. It's been magically reinforced by myself, so you know it's safe. So, Hagrid. It's so good of you to come back. And I see you brought a little creature here.
Well, you know, every time I come out here, I'm surprised you are still here.
Oh, well, I don't age. It's my serums. Gilderoy serums. I'll send you some. You really need them.
The only reason I agreed to do this show is so that somebody knows what they're talking about out here.
Oh, yes, you wanted to highlight my books, I'm sure. Let me see. Did we get... I think we're going. Try it.
Try it out.
Yeah. Would you like mine?
I don't want your microphone.
Okay, fine.
Yes, I have brought out with me. Can anyone tell me what this is? I heard it over here. Yes, a pygmy puff.
Pygmy puff. Yes, not a pink ball. No.
Yes, this is not just a pink ball. It is actually a miniature of a puffskin bred by what two brothers? Does anyone know what two brothers bred these? No one? Fred and George. Fred and George actually bred miniature puffskins to sell in their shop in Diagon Alley.
The next spell we're going to do sometimes gets used a little too much in the halls of Hogwarts, or should I say misused. It is the spell Petrificus Totalis. Does anyone know what Petrificus Totalis does? Yes.
It makes you go like this.
That's right. We often call it the leg locker spell. So if you have ever seen a zipper, or when you lace something up, what do you have to do? Take the two sides and pull it together. So with our wand movement, you will go one way and then the other. So I will turn around. You want to go to the right and then whip it to the left. So to the right, whip to the left. And that will be Petrificus Totalis. And if you don't get a good whip back in, you will not bring the legs all the way together, and you may end up with some space between. So it's very important to get that push back the other way. So let's try that again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Petrificus totalis. Good. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Petrificus totalis. Good. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Petrificus totalis. Good.
All right. Hello, everybody. This is the part of the day where I'm just trying to stand up. Welcome to Ironton Wizardfest 2023. My name is Brad. I am one of the organizers here for Wizardfest, and I'm just happy to see everybody here. So we've been working on this guest for a few years. He and I have talked several times in trying to work out schedules. He's a very, very busy, very, very popular boy. So for the first time to Wizardfest stage, I would like to welcome Josh Herdman, as you know, Gregory Goyle from the Harry Potter fans.
Hello.
Thanks for coming, man, seriously. This is the first time we get a chance to talk, so since you got here. We changed the decorations up for you, right?
It looks fantastic, doesn't it? How cool is this?
Oh, I feel bad, like just all Gryffindored up. But anyway,
So you should.
So I was watching the last film just the other day. And then I realized, oh, you're coming, and you were one of the very few on-screen deaths in the entire film franchise.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, because one of the Weasley twins, they died, didn't they?
Yeah.
They filmed it, but they didn't keep it in.
Right. And then we of course we have Dobby.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of all the characters, and if you're a book fan, I'm a very, very big book fan. It is a slaughterhouse. But the movie's obviously dialed it back quite a bit. But you made the cut.
Yeah, hell yeah. I was very happy that they kept my death scene in.
Yeah. What was it like shooting the River Requirement?
That was so cool. It was such an awesome set. It was huge. It was huge. Probably, I think the sound stage which they built the set on was maybe 4 times the size of this auditorium.
Wow. Yeah.
And like most of it was legit, real, like genuine towers of furniture piled up. It was it's fascinating.
That's the wonderful thing. So recently I had the opportunity to see the actual sets, because they rebuilt them for the experience in London.
Yeah, 'cause they've got the room of requirement there now, haven't they? Yeah.
I didn't get to go there, but we were rushed. But all the level of detail. You guys didn't have to imagine much. You actually got to work in physical environments. Does that help the acting process?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we did have to do some stuff which was blue screen and green screen. And it definitely takes something away,
yeah.
I think, from the performance a little bit. But you're an actor at the end of the day, so if they say you got to pretend that you're in so-and-so, then it's our job to pretend like we're there. No more incidents with ferrets, thankfully. No. Yeah, that was weird. Filming that was very weird. Having to put my hands down Crab's trousers. It wasn't sweaty, that's what I can remember. Sweaty.
What was your favorite scene to film and why?
My favourite scene to film, I have to say, either the Polyjuice potion scene, which is, obviously, it's where Goyle is featured the most, probably, definitely. But I also enjoyed doing my death scene in Deathly Hallows Part 2. That was quite fun because I got to do some a little bit of stunt work. And I try and kill Harry Potter basically. I enjoyed it.
Did J.K. Rowling ever come to visit the set? And if so, did you ever get to meet her?
I think she did come to set a bunch of times, but I never actually saw her there. I only met J.K. Rowling once, and that was at a premiere after party where we kind of just crossed paths, and it was just very brief. I said, "Oh, hi," and she was like, "Hi," and that was it. Never said more than 2 words to her.
Have you tested to see what house you're in?
Yeah, and I came out Gryffindor, which I was not happy about. But then I was like kind of scared to do it again in case I came out something worse than Gryffindor. Hufflepuff, for example.
What props have you stole from the set?
Sorry?
What props have you stole from the set?
What props did you steal from the set?
I didn't steal any props.
Chris said you did.
Outrageous accusation. Okay, put it this way. I didn't take anything which they couldn't afford to lose. They had like lots of doubles and some triples of certain props. So if I did take anything, it wasn't anything which was like there was only one of them. I was always thinking, I wish I had some lines, and I wish I was featured more, because I'd read the books during my audition process for Dudley. That's where I read the books. I think I read 2 of them in between. So I went for the first audition for Dudley, and then it was between them telling me that I had a recall and doing the recall. I think I read the first 2, possibly even 3 books in the space of like a week and a half. So by that point I was really into the books, and then it didn't work out for Dudley. But when they called me back for Goyle, I'm just going by my information of what Goyle does in the books, which is a lot more than what he does in the movie. So I was thinking, it's still a good part, like, I don't remember even ever getting a script for the first movie. So yeah, and then I obviously got on set, found out that Crabbe and Goyle don't play Quidditch in the movie, and this scene's not in it, and then my heart sank a bit, but it's a tough one because you don't want to be ungrateful. I'm still very happy and over the moon I actually got a part in it, but yeah, you can't help that little voice in your head as a kid, jealousy, looking at the kids with bigger parts and lots of lines, but yeah, it was hard at that age to not be jealous.
Do you still talk to Tom Felton?
Yeah, not that often, but maybe once a month, once every couple of months, we'll drop a text to each other.
So we know that Draco's line in the Polyjuice potion was that you couldn't read. Do you remember what actually was supposed to say? Because that was improv.
No, I think there wasn't anything in place of that before. It was more, we got on set, and because of the layout of the set, the way Chris Columbus had directed the scene on the day was we come out of this little nook, cranny somewhere, and then Malfoy's like, "Oi, Crabbe, Goyle," and the way it being directed and the way that Chris Columbus wanted to show that I have, because in the next scene I've got no glasses, but they wanted to film like me taking the glasses off. He wanted that kept in, and he said, "How can we do this?" And that was just a bit of magic between Tom Felton and Chris Columbus. They kind of both came up with it together, and yeah, what an awesome bit of improv, because a lot of people come up to me saying that that's one of their favourite lines in the whole movie.
So I recently read Tom Felton's book, which was phenomenal, by the way. I thought it was fantastic. But my question is there anything you remember differently than how Tom Felton had written it in that book?
Well, actually, Tom contacted me before. He touched base with me basically and said what he was doing, and basically ran ran past some of the stories past me, and the way he relayed the stories to me, I was like, no, it was definitely you who stamped on the hot chocolate, because initially he remembered it as me, and then I was like, no, it wasn't like that, and I think I set the some of the memories he had not remembered well. I think I kind of put him in the right direction. So everyone's got a hot chocolate, and there's a lot of hot chocolates lying around. Some of the brown, some here, some there, and we're in between takes. And some of us have finished, some of us have still got hot chocolate, but us Slytherins, we just turned to just stamping on the empty cups. And then naturally, one of them was not empty. And Tom, with his white trousers on, he stamped on this cup, which was just full of hot chocolate. It's exploded, covering his white trousers, it went everywhere. Literally right between the take, and yeah, it was just hilarious. The costume lady, she was absolutely fuming. Tom had to go and change his trousers, but there was just this moment where Tom went down because he thought it was empty, and then he just looked up at me like that, and the shock and fear in his eyes. And the chocolate had exploded like with some trajectory. It was like he had chocolate dripping off his nose and stuff. I remember it clearly.
We're gonna end out our day here. We're dressed up real fancy and nice tonight because we are going to the Wizard Ball.
And that'll be the start of our next video.
Yes, that's where we'll start it off. So if you want to see what happens there and what we do, check out our next video. Thanks for watching today's video.
See you guys next time. Bye.